Do you have any advice on dealing with anxiety? There are times when I deal with situations that seem impossible to me. The first thing I got to say is things are never as bad as you think they are, especially when it comes to investing, your career, etc. And I'm a religious man, so for those of you that are not religious, you can earmuff this if you want. But I don't worry about my career. I never worry about it because I know that God already knows what's going to happen. And that puts me at ease. And if I question, my faith by worrying, then I'm basically disrespecting everything I stand for, religiously and morally, etc. And you got to see crisis as an opportunity. Like, you might not understand this right now, but for those of you that have had career setbacks, and I certainly have had many, I want you to think of it differently. I want you to think of it as kind of like a gift. Hold on. And longer term, you look back and say, thank God that happened to me. Thank God I didn't enjoy working for that person who was a schmuck, because it motivated me to start my own company or get a better job. And so see a crisis as an opportunity always. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonades. And most people freak out in business at the worst time. And that's why Warren Buffett said the New York Stock Exchange is the only store in the world where consumers sell stuff when it goes on sale. Imagine that. Freaking out and panicking and having anxiety at the worst time. You have to be a contrarian. Another way to get rid of anxiety in general in all aspects of your life is to say this. And I'm going to give you an exercise that's life-changing and simplistic. I want you to say, I don't care what people think of X. And I want you to do that 10 times. Okay, so I want you to, for example, get a pen and paper right now. And I have one here. And if you meet me in real life, I am a tiny human being. This is a normal size pencil. Just kidding. This is a prop for one of my program courses I'm teaching my MBA students. Small heads. But I want you to get a piece of paper. And I want you to write this down. I don't care what about X. Okay? I don't care what people think about X. And do it 10 times. For example, I don't care what people think of my hair. I don't care what people think of my job. I don't care that people will find out that I'm a 50-year-old man-child and I still love playing video games. I'm playing Age of Empires 4 and Red Dead Redemption Part 2 again. It's so good. I don't care what people think of my career. I don't care that people at cocktail parties won't talk to me as much as they used to because I don't work in venture capital anymore. I don't care that people think it's silly that I'm a teacher. I love teachers. I don't care that people know that my hair, I went gray in my 20s and I don't know, I kind of like to brush this way. It looks ridiculous, I know. I don't care. You got to do that and live your life on that level. And the most successful entrepreneurs are like that as well. They don't give no damn what people think of them. And if they did care, they wouldn't be successful because they'd be spending all their time focusing on the anxiety of what other people think of them. So that's what I would say. That's what I would say. From a mental conditioning, counter anxiety perspective, I don't care. That's what you have to say. There's a great chart, okay? And on the chart, there's two axes. There's an x-axis and a y-axis. The x-axis is your age, and the y-axis is give a darn. So age, give a darn. When you're younger, when you're down here, like my beautiful children, right? When you're younger, you're down here. You don't give a damn what people think of you. You have meltdowns in restaurants. You just don't care. When you're older, you're up here. You don't care either. Old people don't have confidence problems. They don't care. The problem is this. When you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, you're up here. You care. That's death spiral. And I call that the triangle of despair. And you need to avoid that at all costs. You got to live your level at a lower level. You live your life at a lower level where you just don't care what people think of you. I promise you'll be happier. It's therapeutic too. I'm not a licensed therapist, but I think it's therapeutic.